Okay, so I'm going crazy here. I've been dreaming of and working on creating a documentary series on wisdom through mythology, religion, symbols, philosophy, and science, and much more, for which I've accumulated a lot of data and done a lot of research for, but for the longest time, I seem to be in a state of paralysis by analysis. I am literally analyzing every single detail. Where should I start? How should I start? Should I talk about this or should I talk about that? But maybe I should save this one for later. Or maybe I should research some more. This is not good enough. Ah! And then I tell myself, just do it. Just do it. Pick something and just follow through. Stop analyzing. The sports footwear company slogan is so right. Just do it. Which got me thinking, hey, did you know where Nike got their name from? Nike is actually the name of an ancient Greek goddess, the goddess of victory. It's actually pronounced Nikki. Totally makes sense why a sportswear company would pick that name. In the corporate world, companies want to create brands using words, names, and symbols they want their products to embody. Same goes for picking a child's name, which can be difficult because the name has to fit. It has to sound right, but it also has to conform to what we hope the child will become. We tend to stay within cultural norms, although many like to stay away from them and be more creative. Pretty much the same goes for company names. Although going for ancient names is more accepted. Nike is not the only company that uses a mythological name as a brand. For example, there's the Honda's Odyssey. The Odyssey is an ancient epic Greek poem written by Homer near the end of the 8th century BC. It's about the hero and king of Ithaca, Odysseus, and his long journey home after the Trojan War. Trident gum. The trident is a three-pronged weapon used by the Greek god of the sea, Poseidon. His Roman counterpart is Neptune. The planet is named after him. The Hindu god Shiva also carries a trident. Venus shaving products. Venus is the Roman goddess of love, beauty, and seduction. The planet is named after her. Her Greek counterpart is goddess Aphrodite, who was born from the sea foam mixed with her father's severed genitals. Saturn car by General Motors. Saturn is the ancient Roman god of generation, wealth, plenty, liberation, and later, the god of time. The planet and the day Saturday are named after this god. His Greek counterpart is the Titan god Cronus. He's the one who chopped off Aphrodite's father's genitals. Amazon e-commerce. Makes sense to name the biggest e-commerce site after the largest rainforest in the world. But the rainforest also got its name from somewhere. It's believed that the Spanish explorer, Orellana, gave the Amazon its name after he was attacked by tribal women warriors. He compared them to the Amazons in Greek mythology, a tribe of women-only warriors from a distant land, known for their strength, bravery, and aggressiveness, and whom many Greek heroes fought. Pandora jewelry. In Greek mythology, Pandora, which means all-giving or all-gifted, was the first woman-human created on Earth. Zeus, the king of gods, ordered his son Hephaestus to mold Pandora from the earth as a punishment to humanity. Pandora was given a secret box and was forbidden to open it. However, her curiosity got the best of her. She opened it, and by doing so, released all the evils of the world. Story sounds familiar? As she closed the box, one thing remained: hope. Mythology is everywhere, hidden in words and symbols. You can even look around you on the streets, local stores, restaurants, and bars. Mythology lives on through so much more than brands and people, but also through geography such as city names, rivers, countries, and as far away as planets and stars. So Nike is the goddess of victory. She is the daughter of Titans Pallas, often regarded as god of battle and warcraft, and Styx, goddess of the infernal river Styx. Pallas and Styx had 4 children. Zelos, the god of emulation, glory, or zeal. Nike, the goddess of victory. Kratos, the god of strength and power. And Bia, the goddess of mighty force. Basically 4 personifications. When Zeus, the king of gods, was assembling his allies to prepare for Titanomachy, which is the great war between the Titans and the younger Olympian gods, Styx came on the side of Zeus. She brought him her children, zeal, victory, power, and mighty force, all forces that you would need to win a war. Zeus was so grateful that he declared that the solemn oaths of the gods would have to be sworn by the water Styx, and that he would keep her children by his side forever. This would make Zeus a mighty god forever. It's interesting how the stories we tell provide a background and reason for everything. Nike was then given the role of the charioteer for the great battle, where she would fly around and reward the victors with glory and fame. That's why she's portrayed with wings. Nike also carries an olive or laurel wreath to crown the victors. This tradition still lives on today. The Olympic medals bear the winged goddess holding a wreath. The laurel wreath on its own also became a symbol of victory and honor. Nike was also seen alongside another major Greek goddess, Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom, a favorite child of Zeus and the patron goddess of today's city of Athens, in Greece. Athena bore the name Nike as one of her many epithets. Gods had many epithets. An epithet is a descriptive word or phrase that would accompany or that would replace a name, and thereby entering common usage. The most famous sculpture of this great goddess is the Athena Parthenos, where she holds a 6-foot-high Nike. See, even gods had to use the name or symbols of other gods in order to embody their meaning. Not just us. But then again, who created those gods, right? Nike's legacy certainly does not end here. Her Roman counterpart is Victoria, hence today's word victory, and the name Victoria or Victor and all their derivatives. There's names that stem from Nike too, like Nicholas, which means victory of the people, and from that, Nicola, Nicholas, Nick, Nicole. It's crazy how we take names or words for granted. And if we dig, we oftentimes find that they derive from earlier gods, events, or ideas. Like Sandra. Sandra comes from Alexandra, which comes from Alexander, which means the protector of men. Whoa! Oh. Of the 4 children, Nike seems to be the most popular. But don't you worry, the siblings still live on today in other forms. For example, zelos became today's word zeal, which means eagerness or fervor to pursue something. Kratos became kratia, which means power, might, rule, which then became the French kratie, or kratia for Latin, which means governing, ruling, and which is now an element which forms nouns that mean rule or governed by, like democracy, bureaucracy, autocracy. Unfortunately, Bia didn't make it. That's sad. Well, it is how we spell beer in Vietnamese, though.
We sad, we drink. We happy, we drink.
Wow, the things you find just by digging deeper at a name. Imagine doing that with all the names, words, and symbols. The things you would discover, there's so much more to the surface. Like us, words and symbols have a huge history. They are usually derived from somewhere else and carry a story with them. And as they travel across time and culture, their meaning either remains the same, gets modified, or sometimes becomes entirely perverse. From just a slogan, we were able to learn a bit about Greek mythology. And trust me, Nikki is just a sliver of the entire thing. And Greek mythology, although a very prominent and influential one, is just a part of all the mythologies out there. But you have to start somewhere, and we did here with Nikki. And would you look at that? By talking about how I should just do it, we have victory! Thanks for watching. My name is Sandra, and I hope you liked this first video of this brand new channel. A lot of work and passion was put into this, and there's a lot more to come. But I do need your support to make this channel grow. So please like, subscribe, and share, and I will be posting regularly. Okay, bye for now.